Welcome to the demo of a patient entry in a Visual Medisoft for pathology. Let's begin. Patient entry for today's date. As you can see, this is first time I'm starting this patient form today, and that is the reason there is no patient listed. So I add a new patient. Let's say Mr. Patil SK, male. Let's say the age of the patient is 34. Months I'll skip. Address line, let's say go through Pune, whatever. Who has sent the patient? So let's say Kalyan Shetty is the referring doctor. I can associate a remark with the patient which means something about that patient's visit. So let's say I'll say nil for now. I could say balance for a patient who is not paying full amount. I can say concession if I am giving concession in the investigation charges to the patient on probably special request from the referring doctor. I can say free if it's a charity patient, or I can simply say nil. Okay, as you can see, the patient is added. Now let us register the investigations for which the patient has come. Let's say he has come for the urine examination. So I say urine analysis, done. Sorry. Now you can see that a test is registered for this patient, urine analysis, and the charges have come from the master directly as we have entered there. It is possible that I can change these charges here for this patient alone. This means that I'm going to pay 20 rupees to the doctor who refers the patients to us or to this laboratory. So there is a referral fee probably. I can change this referral fee again for various reasons. And then if you go to receipts, there are no receipts booked. So till now what we have done is we have added the patient, we have registered the investigations, and if necessary we have changed the charges of the investigation. Now normally at registration we take advance money. So let's say book receipt. On this day the patient has, let's say, paid 100 rupees in advance. So you can see that receipt number 10 is booked and the bill amount is 100, and if I go to receipt page I would see that there are 100 rupees received already via receipt number 10. I can print this receipt, I can edit the receipt, or I can delete the receipt. So all these options are available. When we print the receipt, it is printed on a stationery, and you can completely customize the receipt format to suit your preferences and the size of your own stationery. So that is no problem at all. Then next patient is added, tests are registered, receipts are booked, then next patient, and so on. So the procedure which we saw till now continues at the reception without any break, without leaving this form at all. This is a special feature of this package, that there is only one form where all the entries are done, and that makes it extremely easy. Although I'm using mouse, it is basically to ensure that the video shows which button I'm clicking. Otherwise you can press Alt A here to add new patient, Alt T here to add a investigation, Alt L, Alt R, Alt C, and so on. So this package can be completely operated by keyboard as well without even touching the mouse most of the cases. That increases the speed of operation multifold. Okay, now let's go to the doctor's workplace. Normally a doctor would be involved in making report. So that is where the doctor will take the X-ray. Probably technician will take the X-ray. Doctor will examine the X-ray and then he will prepare the report. So to prepare a report, this doctor just has to click here on report. Now for bile salts, let's say I would just enter some arbitrary values. I say 1. For urobilinogen, I entered some options when I defined this variable in the master format, and so I get those options for selection. We would quickly see how this is defined after we completely run through this patient cycle. So I say this is slightly turbid. When I press enter, I automatically go to the next variable and the options pop up. I don't have to click anywhere or wait. So I say select value, whatever, acidic, so on. So it automatically goes further and further to all the variables. Now this means that I have filled in all the information. Sorry. Okay. And then I say over. So a report will now be generated with all these values which I filled in. So this is a very easy way of preparing a report. In addition to this, I can always have my own conclusion typed in, normal or something, and then I can save this report. It is possible to print this report directly from here. It's Microsoft Word. You can also send it to a mail recipient via email, and this mail recipient can be the referring doctor or the patient himself. So for example, when I click on this, it will open the default client, email client, and I can here actually put let's say Patil sg@gmail.com or something like that. So this will automatically be sent to that patient. So let's close this. So we have added a patient, we have registered the investigations, we have received the money, given the receipt, we have also prepared the report for this patient. Probably if this case is abnormal, I can click here abnormal, and there is an abnormal report which comes out for a period specified. So you can always take abnormal register. So this is a complete patient entry as we saw. Now if you have associated some stock with each test, for example, you may have prints, number of prints given for a test, so it will be normally 1 or 2 pages, or it can be some kits, investigation catalysts or something, those kind of kits which are consumed in a particular test, then that stock can also be automatically maintained. What we do is we associate a kit, the quantity of kit consumed for urine analysis, let us say, or any investigation, and when I say that for a patient this test is done, then stock will automatically be showing that quantity used. I don't have to enter anything, so the stock will be auto reduced. Okay, so this is the complete patient cycle. So let's say done. I will quickly show you how you can customize the report. So let's look at the urine report that we just saw. So I go to report library, urine examination. So these are different groups under which all the tests are categorized. Then I say tests. Now if you see, this is urine analysis report which we just filled in. So this charge I had put there, 70 rupees, and then it had appeared for the patient automatically. I had also specified the referral fees here as 20 rupees, and it was copied there automatically. If you see, let's say color, for color variable under urine analysis report, I have specified 4 options. Similarly for crystals, I have some other options. For quantity, probably there is no option. What it means is that I'm going to type in an absolute value for quantity. It cannot be selected anyway. Then for RBCs, I have some sections, and then trichomonas and so on. So what we can do is we can add a test, we can define variables under that test. For each variable you can define values, and then we can create a master report format. So this format is in Microsoft Word, and these are all the fields which will come from our database, the ones which we have defined, and we can position them the way we want. In front of this I can always basically, okay, this is a table, you can mention here normal values and so on. So the master format can be defined the way you want. So let me close this. So you can also remove the report and so on. So what is most important in this package is that you can completely customize the report formats in Microsoft Word with patient information merged at wherever places you want. So effectively creating your own format the way you would want it developed if you give an order to develop a software, and a single form for making all the data entry. So the same form operates at the reception, the same form operates on the doctor's place. It may operate in the X-ray room if you want to create reports then and there only. It may operate even in pathology room where the tests are carried on, and so on. So these are generally the most important features of the package. Then we have referring doctor details. In the reports we get daily registers. So in this, basically daily patient register you get, daily receipt register you get, and then you have periodic patient register, and most of the reports are actually exported to Excel, so you can then manipulate them further. You also get a remark wise register. As I said, you can see all the reports, or sorry, a list of all the patients for whom the remark is billed to hospital, and so on. Then referring doctor wise register you get. So in this I can select a particular doctor and see all the patients referred by that person. I may select a doctor. In addition, I can say that I want to see a particular remark and list of all the patients who have that remark. So here I can say that I want to see all the patients with let's say concession, and they are referred by single doctors list. I want to see Kalyan Shetty. So what this means is that Dr. Kalyan Shetty has referred patients, but I'll get a list whom I have given concession, and so on. So this is a very comprehensive form, and it gives you a lot of options to take out a list of patient of your choice, of your preference. You also have hospital bill settlement, where probably in this form, let's say there is XYZ hospital which has sent a lot of patients over a month, and those patients have not paid you anything, but the hospital is going to pay you at the end of the month a lump sum check for all those patients, and those patients are then paying to the hospital in hospital's bill, so they are not paying directly to you. So in this form you can select the hospital here. Then you can also select the remark saying it is billed to hospital, so you are effectively seeing the list of all the patients whom are referred by that hospital over the specified period, and whose records probably you want to see not settled yet. And once you see those, you can go on settling those records once you receive the check from the hospital. So this is hospital bill settlement. Then you have daily collection reports, monthly reports, PNDT reports, stock usage report. Now PNDT report is specifically for a diagnostic center. Stock usage report, stock in hand, and so on. Abnormal cases registered, as we just talked about, you will get a register here, all the list of patients. Occurrence analysis is how many patients of each investigation came, that for a specified period you can see here. There are some utilities where actually you can configure security, user access. So if I select this, probably if you see the patient form, you can actually selectively say that a person who is logging in will be able to actually delete test, or he will not be able to delete the test. So if I click here, he will not be able to. So if I click on delete patient, the person with normal rights will not be able to delete the patients or delete the resets, and so on. Only a patient with administrative right will be able to do this then. Similarly, you can also restrict all the menus that you see here, for example all these menus, from access. So a person with normal rights may not be able to, or will not be able to access customization because it is ticked here. So you can yourself configure complete user access. You can also customize all the reports. For example, this is a patient receipt, so I can actually change the font of all these four. So I just go there, say format, font, probably instead of Courier I want to see some other font, let's say Calibri, and then I change that so it will print in that respective font. I can also print, let's say I don't like it here, so I would like to move it here, receipt number I would like to move here, and so on. So basically you can also adjust all the layouts, the way the receipt should look. And this is not only for the receipt, but this is true for all the documents that this particular package generates. Okay, then very quickly I would just like to share with you the development guides panel. These are various doctors who have been guiding us through development since 1994 till now, and with their guidance we have been able to build a real doctor friendly software which allows doctor to completely customize all the medical intelligence that is built into the software. And we believe every hospital, every laboratory, every diagnostic center, every OPD center, every polyclinic, every specialty are unique, and even if there are two general surgeons, their own way of practicing, their own way of looking at symptoms and prescribing would be different than the other doctor. So we give that complete freedom to the doctor to completely customize the packages, all the packages that we make. One more thing I just would like to quickly share is, in this actually you can say print label, and you can actually print the label of this particular patient or multiple patients on sticker strips. So just remove the sticker, put it onto the X-ray envelope or the pathology laboratory report envelope, and then give it to the patient. So you don't have to keep writing it by hand, patient name and address and all that. So as you can see, we have tried to make the life of uh, pathology laboratory staff really easy. As you might have already seen, you would not come across any error as such. The package operates very smoothly, and over such a long period of development, it has really stabilized. When we take a backup, the backup is stored in a folder called backup, and then it is stored like this. So on 22nd September I took first backup. It contained all those files. Then on 22nd I took second backup, and so on. So you have multiple backup files, and you can go on actually checking which file has the correct data. So this gives you a lot of options to ensure that in any condition you are able to restore the data. Okay. We also have some option called VMS troubleshooter. When we run this option, almost 95% of the problems that a user can face in the software, probably because of power failures or LAN disconnections or something else, they are sorted out. So it has been a very rare case where we as manufacturer of this software have to step in to solve a problem. So this keeps health of this package and your data always in good condition. And whenever you start the package first time in the day, this automatically runs, so you don't have to remember to run it. So by so much of experience, we have learned to automate many things which can be forgotten due to human error or ignorance at times, or because of too much of workload. Well, that is the overall package that I wanted to share with you. Thank you for your time.